What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Shaun Meehan, and joining me as always is the esteemed Reverend Mr. Ciara Lawler.
Hello, my children. I'm here. I was going to come in and say that it's very stormy in Ireland, but I mean, just calling me a reverend, this is very similar to Sister Act, a good 90s movie.
It's also similar to Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
Back in the Habit. Just when you think you're out of the habit, they drag me back in.
You are correct, though. There is a storm in Ireland, so if you do hear any weather effects, we haven't added those in post. Those are all natural.
That's all natural. It just rains constantly here.
That's true, but there's a bit of silver lining to that rain cloud for two special people, Connor, because...
Oh, here we go.
Me and you are friends.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
Where do you think I was going?
I was going to say that you were going to talk about the Patreon raffle that we hosted. Over the course of November, we've been telling people that if you are on the Patreon and you sign up and you give whatever donation you can, you will be entered into a raffle to win a very exclusive Patreon shirt and a Patreon mug. And we said we would announce the winners December 1st. Or, well, that we would choose the winners December 1st from the hat. Now, of course, classic us, we forgot to say it during Weird News until the very, very end.
We're idiots!
So, we're bad at this. So, we privately contacted them, it's fine, but just to let them know.
But just so everyone knows, let's get the announcement out there. The winners of the prizes were David Clarke and Ryan Evanson, two of our patrons who are absolutely amazing people, and we really hope you enjoy them. They'll be on their way to you, and every time you use them, think of us. Or don't think of us, whichever you prefer.
Exclusively use them to forget. You just fill it full of drink and forget us. In a weird, a paradoxical
Fill that t-shirt
moment.
Full of drink. Wring it clean of the vodka.
So, I really need to send you to a meeting, Shaun, seriously. But,
all my shirts are soaked.
They're soaked in whiskey. They're just like, trying to put them in the wash, like, they just stink.
It's sterile, it's fine.
It's fine, it's getting rid of all the diseases.
So, Connor, what do we do here? Moving on to happier topics. What do we do here on Hero or Zero?
So, on Hero Zero, we cover one comic book character every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points, and we generally just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. Now, I normally cover DC, Shaun normally covers Marvel, and this week it is Shaun's week, as last week I covered Open Window Man, who is, I would say, and now this might be overestimating it, the greatest hero ever created. So Shaun, it is going to be tough and difficult for you to come back with a bit of a retort here, but please, continue.
Right, well, in trying to match up to the genius that is Open Window Man, I went back to my roots in terms of Hero or Zero, and I started looking back at some of the characters I've already covered, see if they had any fun interactions with other characters.
Okay.
Now, Connor, do you remember a certain hero named 8-Ball?
Oh no, okay. Oh no! Right. Two things I know about 8-Ball is one, he was really good at pool. That was his only talent. Two, if I really very faintly remember, he had a sidekick or a friend in that report.
He did have a friend.
And that is, we did that report like a year and a half ago. How do I remember that? It's like my therapist hears about it every week. But Shaun, are we going to cover not just the worst hero we've ever covered here, 8-Ball, but the friend of the worst character we've ever done here, 8-Ball?
We are indeed, Connor.
Oh, no.
Today we are going to be covering Oddball.
For fuck's sake.
So, here we go. You always think I'll run out with these characters, but they keep coming back.
Does Oddball have a spherical shaped head?
No, it's more of a dome.
That's not a no fully though. That's like a loose no.
It's more spherical than cubic, I'll give you that.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So, early life, first of all. Elton Healy and his brother Alvin were born in Reno, Nevada. When they were young, both Elton and Alvin stood out in their talent of juggling.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
This caught the attention of a man named Charles Last, who, when they grew up, wanted to recruit them for a new gang of costumed criminals called the Death Throes.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to put my foot down. One, you're telling me that a man setting up a superhero team went and found two young children who were quite good at juggling and said, I need those stone cold killers in my troupe.
He did indeed, and his reasons will become clear, Connor.
Right, he wants to keep three things afloat at once.
He's spinning a lot of plates, as it were.
Of course.
So, under the leadership of Charles Last, the Death Throes would be, at the same time, costumed mercenaries and working jugglers.
Fuck off. No, I'm cancelling this report.
We're three sentences in.
This is ridiculous.
It gets worse.
We covered Open Window Man, and even he had a bit more logical sense than a man who set up a team who were mercenaries and on the side, jugglers, because nobody's going to suspect they're going to be killers.
Would you? Would you suspect they're killers?
No, I would think they should get a new hobby.
Well, juggling's a great hobby. I wish I could juggle.
I know, but have you ever seen a group of people together juggling and thinking, yeah, they're mercenaries?
You mean to tell me you've never walked past a juggle circle and thought, hey, I'd love to join in?
What's a juggle circle?
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a group of people standing in a circle and juggling.
Yeah, okay. Because that's the only friends they have, I suppose.
Just friends with the balls. They would take advantage of their juggling skills and use throwing weapons in their actions as criminals.
Oh no.
So, Charles Last took the costumed villain name of the Ringleader. Very good.
I mean, I wonder who's in charge.
It's Last. There you go.
It's Last.
Elton adopted the name of Oddball due to his loony nature.
Oh.
And his 10-pin throwing brother... so, 10-pin bowling pins, that's what his brother juggles.
He juggles 10-pin bowling balls.
No, pins, not the balls.
Oh, for God. Oh, my fuck. I would have been impressed. For a second, I went, fuck, maybe this report has some merit. But no, you've gone back to the pins. Because if that man could juggle bowling balls, I'd be like, get the man in the Avengers. Fuck it out.
Absolutely. The Hulk has nothing on him. But he took the name 10-Pin. And the fourth member of the team was a man called Knick Knack.
Is he Irish?
No, he's not.
Okay,
His name is Nicholas Grossman, and he juggles things like knives and axes. So arguably, he's the most lethal one.
I would say he's the only one who needs to be there. Really?
He could just set up on his own.
He could break away, set up his own mercenary crew because he's good at throwing knives, and maybe ditch the lads that are good at throwing up bowling ball pins and sometimes other objects.
This is true. Basically, his thing is that he uses non-symmetrical objects to juggle. This is a complete sidetrack. So, a list of things he can juggle includes, and you'll like this, bowling balls, lead pipes, fruit and veg, edged weapons, and an active power saw. Big
Venn diagram of people who can juggle bowling balls and carrots and are equally as good at both.
I'm sorry, there's so much of this report is dumb. Okay. Although the Death Throes valued teamwork more than any other villain group, Oddball broke up with the Death Throes for unknown reasons and began working solo.
Well, of course they value teamwork. There's literally nobody else that wants to join them.
Yeah, it's when you have only 4 people in the world you can be friends with.
Yeah.
you've got to stick together.
It's if one drops out, I only now have 3 friends and no other possibilities.
Exactly. So Oddball began working without his usual partners.
Oddball has now turned into Justin Timberlake here.
And he had a very successful career,
He did.
JT.
He's going to now star in Friends with Benefits 2, is Mr. Oddball.
Oh my God. Now, as a costume mercenary, Oddball was hired by a man named Crossfire, who's also come up in a previous report, and I will give you €100 if you can tell me who he's involved with.
Crossfire. No, the length of my knowledge was the fact that 8-Ball had a friend. So,
Right.
Who's Crossfire?
Crossfire is an ex-mercenary who is was an associate of Moon Knight before Moon Knight decided,
okay.
hey, you're a bad dude, and now he kicks the shit out of him.
Okay.
So Crossfire wanted to kidnap Hawkeye to use him in a test of hypnotic ultrasounds. So as we know in the comics, Hawkeye is deaf, has hearing aids, things like that. So Crossfire...
I actually didn't know that. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that we know that.
I should do Hawkeye someday, because he's
Yeah,
better
you
than
should.
Jeremy Renner portrays him as.
No, but Jeremy's so cool. He's got that app.
No, they had to cancel it because of all the trolls.
Oh, that's true.
You'll like this next sentence, though. Oddball harassed Hawkeye with his burning ball juggling.
You ever been followed home by a guy juggling fireballs? It's a bit weird.
That is a power move, isn't it?
He's dressed up as a construction worker whistling dog whistles at him as he walks past juggling.
It's like we discussed nunchucks one week on Weird News Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And we decided the most threatening thing was someone slowly advancing while spinning nunchucks.
Yeah, because that's a complete wild card. Like, you're okay with knives and guns, but a man pulls out a nunchuck in a fight, you're thinking, either he's the most expert user of those nunchucks, and I'm going to die in seconds, or I might actually kick the shit out of him. But it's probably waving on the other side.
Exactly. So, he was harassing Hawkeye, as we discussed, and a character named Bombshell that he was working with, she juggles explosives.
Of course.
Also, she wasn't recruited to the death throes.
If I was her, I wouldn't work with any of them. Because if I have the name Bombshell, by the way, great use of punning of any kind, and you juggle bombs, I mean, fair play. But at the same time, when they come to you later on, and you're like, you brought in 8-Ball's friend first, and you never came to me, I would tell you to go fuck yourself.
And the horse you rode in on, kindly.
Exactly.
So Bombshell took care of Hawkeye's associate named Mockingbird. Now, although the heroes were more skilled, the two villains managed to knock...
That was never a fucking question.
It's never up
You
for
never had to
debate.
fill in that gap. Although the heroes were more skilled than the guys who can juggle...
The guys who can juggle somehow defeated them for a bit.
Fuck off. No, I'm putting my foot down again.
So they took the two heroes to Crossfire's headquarters. Oddball was impressed with Bombshell's skill for the craft and talked her into joining the death throes.
Fuck's sake. Bombshell, have some respect for yourself.
You're worth more.
You're better than them. They need you more than you need them, and that is a guarantee.
Hawkeye and Mockingbird escaped from Crossfire's trap, destroyed the ultrasound machine, and captured Crossfire, Oddball, and Bombshell. They would have been arrested, but they were rescued by Tenpin, who was looking for his missing brother.
Oh, and you could call him the Strike Force.
Oh, that's good!
Thank you.
They've never used that in comics ever.
Somebody should surely take that.
So, Oddball and Bombshell got away. Crossfire was imprisoned, okay? Crossfire then contacted all of the death throes from jail.
Crossfire has lived her whole life with none of these hassles. And then suddenly she's like, yeah, I'll join your team, and immediately gets thrown in jail.
No, Crossfire's the mercenary. Bombshell.
Oh, sorry. No, Bombshell. No, I apologise.
Oh, Bombshell's fine. Bombshell's happy.
Oh, she's out and about. She's part of the team. She's feeling loved.
So, Crossfire wanted the team of jugglers to release him from prison, and he agreed to pay them when he was freed.
The team of jugglers. Give me my one phone call. Who are you going to call? The team of jugglers.
Oh, it's all a bit up in the air.
Surely you don't want to call a lawyer? Did I stutter? I want the jugglers.
The ringleader accepted the deal, and Oddball and the other death throws worked together to free Crossfire. However, once they had taken Crossfire back to their headquarters, they discovered that Crossfire was broke.
What? Broke?
Yeah. Broke. So he ran a company called Cross Technologies, but because he was imprisoned, the company wasn't worth anything anymore. So he had no money at all. So
and
what
these guys have the ability to pick and choose their friends.
Yes, famously.
Famously, these guys have the choice to be like, well, we don't accept poor people. I mean, you have a chap who's good at juggling some objects and maybe some carrots. Bit of veg. Like, okay.
And an active power saw. That's impressive.
That's actually pretty good.
The death throws, after hearing that Crossfire was broke, decided to use him as bait to attract Hawkeye and Captain America into a trap.
Now they're like, we've got Crossfire out. Who do we move on to next, boss? Let's take that fucking Cap. Fuck him up.
The two Avengers defeated all of the death throws.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They were all sent to jail.
Do you think Cap turned up and he looked to his left and he looked to his right and both the fucking idiots were juggling and he's like, I think we have a chance here, Hawkeye. I think we might just take this one.
He threw his shield and it bounced off both of their faces 7 times.
And, he definitely said juggle this before he did it.
Oh, pretty good. You should have written for Crossfire, man.
No, I would have left. I resign.
They did escape jail, of course, and Oddball became one of the regulars at the bar with no name, where he became friends with 8-Ball.
Yeah. Here we go. Now, here's the introduction of the original, the OG.
That is the only mention I will make of 8-Ball in this report. He doesn't tend to play a part in Oddball's general life.
He actually doesn't tend to play a part in any comic books ever, really. Other than one little run.
He's in about 12 comics, I think.
Okay.
So, here's my last bit. Sometime later, Oddball improved his gear, and he decided to test it in the annual competition of Madripoor called the Bloodsport.
Is it like in the Hunger Games when you see a little kid in the back and you're like, oh, he's dead.
He's going to die. He's the first to go.
He's the first to go. He's lining up and they're all big fucking monsters and he's just like, I got this. I'm after getting some new shin pads on the gear. I'm ready to go.
So, I want you to picture this, Connor, like a Royal Rumble scenario.
Yeah.
In the first round, he was confronted in a one-on-one match with a sword-wielding villain known as Headhunter.
Jeez, I think he has it. He's pretty good at juggling.
Oddball was confident of his new gear, and he wanted to use the Bloodsport as a means to obtain some prestige.
Yeah, no, you're dead right. Let's look down upon the other competitors. What do they have that you don't? Nothing.
You're the exact same. However...
Oh no! Plot twist!
Headhunter stabbed him, killing Oddball in front of what is described as a lot of witnesses.
Surely he has to have gained some perspective earlier on in life to know that the guy who's a master of the blade might take you in a fight if you're just good at throwing certain objects up and then catching them in your other hand.
He was confident in his new equipment, Connor.
He must have been decked out. I'm thinking of Batman v Superman, full metal suit.
He thought he was fully equipped.
And then there's like one little gap at his chest and he's left open. He's like, that's to let the chest breathe.
That's his one weak point, is his vulnerable chest.
His massive wide torso area.
So that is the end of Elton Healy, Oddball. Now, he was replaced in comics and in the death throes by a guy named Orville Bock, and nothing about him is interesting except for the quote that they use on the Marvel Wiki. The quote that he gives is, "You think I'm some kind of second-rate juggling-themed guy? Like Chuck Stuff from Philly or the Tosser? I'm Oddball, the man with the deadly balls."
Somebody put that on my tombstone. That is a bit of Shakespeare for you. You don't normally get a bit of poetry here on the show, but that man clearly knew his worth and also was clinically insane.
Oh, that was a man with too much self-confidence for his current employee.
I think that's my favourite comic book thing, is when you have a character so shit, but for some reason just cannot grasp the fact that they might be shit.
Oh, just so proud of being absolutely worse than mediocre.
And I'm not saying being good at juggling is bad. I'm saying if you went into a fight, if you were the greatest juggler ever, and you went into a fight and the other guy is the greatest swordsman ever, he might win.
Yeah, like that's a no question, really, isn't it?
It's not your territory. Now, if he comes to the circus, you have a beat all day. But on the battleground, he might take you.
In terms of the blade, he's the master. Now,
yes.
On to Oddball's powers and abilities. Okay,
right. Okay.
Powers first.
Yeah.
None.
That makes sense.
Abilities. Yeah. Expert juggler specialising in spherical objects.
That's a pretty good ability. That is pretty good.
And then his weapons that he uses. He performs his juggling with hollow spheres, most of them customised as weapons, such as burning balls, corrosive liquid inside a fragile ball, knockout gas balls, ice balls.
So, yeah, so he just has a lot of things in the balls, but when he does it, does he have to juggle them before he's able to use them in a battle set? So, is it a scene where, like, the good guy turns up, and if he has the balls beside him, he could easily just throw it at them, but instead, he'll have to juggle them first before throwing it?
He tends to, I think it's more of a motivation thing for himself and trying to intimidate the enemy.
Oh, fuck, this guy's good at throwing balls. Better back the fuck up, lads.
So, even Captain America's not dealing with this.
Cap is like, Jesus Christ, he's able to throw 3 of them up and catch them simultaneously.
Cap's from the 40s as well, like, he's probably just entertained more than anything.
He was actually clapping and eating popcorn as it was happening.
More!
Bravo!
And then on the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system.
Okay. I'm assuming 7's across the board.
Well, it's look, history has not been kind to Oddball, let's say.
All right. I'm surprised at this.
He has an intelligence of 2, strength of 2, speed of 2, durability of 2, energy projection of 1.
Oh, no.
And fighting skills of 5.
Yes, that's great.
That's pretty class.
How does he have 5 in fighting skills?
I think it's mainly due to the fact that he pretty much has any ball he needs, like, on him at all times. So he's one of those characters that just, he carries whatever he needs for the given situation. And even if you're Captain America, if you get hit with an acid inside of a ball, it's going to stop you for a bit.
Yeah, but at the same time, surely in a fist fight, he must be terrible.
Well, he's about as good as a regular man, I would say.
Yeah, so he's just a regular dude who's got some balls in him that have, like, liquids.
He's just full of liquidy balls, this is correct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that, Connor, is my report on the late great Oddball.
Gone too
I hope
soon.
you enjoyed. Gone too soon. Never forget.
Never drop some rips in the chat, guys, please. For Oddball.
He deserved better. He also somehow deserved worse.
I don't think he deserved anything.
He should have just been a fairly successful juggler.
Like, just go to the... Oh my god. Just go to...
What happened there? What went on there, Connor?
I had a bottle of water and it just fell over the table. But it was closed, so it's fine.
Pretty good. That's okay.
I don't want to say it, but is the ghost of Oddball haunting me? Did I take too many shots?
Did you just get juggled? Did that water bottle get juggled onto falling onto the desk?
It flipped a little bit, and it moved very fast, so it looked like there was two of them.
Sounds like a level 5 fighting skill to me.
Oh, fuck. Right, okay, I may end this episode before a fight breaks out. This could kick off.
Thank you, Connor. You've saved us both.
But yeah, so I'll take us out. So if you want to support the shows, there is multiple ways that you can do that nowadays. So you can head over to our Patreon if you want to support us that way. The link is down below. It's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. We also now have a merch store that we've newly launched this week. If you want to head over there, that has all of anything with just our logo on it. Nice hoodies, nice t-shirts. There's things for everyone there.
Keep you warm in the winter cold, perhaps.
There's a pyjamas there, if you want a Heroes for Hire pyjamas.
Christmas morning, you run down the stairs in your Christmas Heroes for Hire pyjamas.
I got my new favourite pyjamas, you should say.
Your dad hits you, it's great.
Little dark there at the end, but good sales. but the third way you can support us is just dropping a like or review on this episode on whatever podcast platform you are listening on. That will really help us out with the algorithm. 5 stars or if there's a thumbs up. I don't know what they all look like, but there must be something positive on most of them. You'll know yourself.
Whatever the positive outlook is.
Yeah. And whatever you do, just keep to one rule, and that is just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
So, I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
And that is Oddball. The ghost of Oddball is present with us all. But
Thank you, Reverend.
Be blessed! Okay, goodbye.